Hey everyone,
Whoa, everyone.
and welcome to the Christmas special. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Glad you could be here with us today. Obviously ready for the occasion here. We're all Christmas
Nice
up.
beard, man. Nice beard, man.
Thank you. Do you know what? I've been growing it all for the past 30 minutes. It's come out pretty quickly. But yeah, very festive indeed. It's great to see you all. It's great to see everybody. Yeah, and in the studio we have, of course, Nemiro, PR marketing manager. Great to see you, Nemiro.
Good to be back. I'm fine. Pretty excited.
That's very exciting. We've also got the cool guy, the SCS Snowman as well, making his traditional yearly appearance in the studio as well. Great to see SCS Snowman back, but of course also excited to have...
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling. We're excited to have our CEO, Pavel Sebor, join us for today's Christmas special. Pavel, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Hello, everybody. Nice to be here once again.
It is great to have you back, and wow, it's amazing how quickly the time has gone for the stream.
Feels like yesterday, like we've been doing.
It just feels like
the
whole year.
Right?
Yeah, the whole year's gone so quickly, and we're already here at our final stream of the year. Unfortunately, we're very excited for the new one.
Did you see, Alex, the Twitch recap? Like when you log into our Twitch, like it's like it was like 65 streams we did.
We did, yeah. We've done quite a few.
That's a lot.
Quite a few streams this year, and we've had many more viewers alike as well join us. So many
You're
followers
nearly like
as
50K followers.
We're at 49,382 followers, so almost at 50,000 followers here on our Twitch stream.
You're open for
appreciate every single one.
Corporations, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Lamborghini, anyone, if you would like to support us, me and Alex, you know.
I think you guys are doing a great job. Actually, we're talking that we actually aspire to do even more in the years to come.
Next year we hopefully will be doing way more streams.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'm very excited for next year, but of course we're going to leave a little bit for the future for a little bit later in the stream. Let's talk about what's been happening kind of in the past and the present a little bit. Right now, we've got the Christmas event happening right now, the Christmas Reflections World of Trucks event, and a lot of you have been getting involved in that. It's a fantastic event, one of our yearly kind of traditional Christmas events, and a lot of hard work is put in by our teams to get that going. And you get this wonderful trailer, as you can see Nemiro is hooking up to which is done via the World of Truck system, and it's even better at night. Right, Nemiro? Have you seen it at night yet?
Yeah, there is lights on it, right?
There is, yeah. There's lots of Christmas lights, and well, the whole theme this year is a little bit different to kind of our past ones, but the whole theme is about kind of the reflection of Christmas, of hope, love, and peace, and it's really fantastic. And of course, you have your World of Truck goals and rewards as well to earn. If you do want to take part in that, you can head over to worldoftrucks.com. You can find all the details there, or if you're in the latest version of our game, at the top there, as we see here, live events on the tab, all within your game, both for Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. You can find all the details you need to know there to get involved. I believe the personal goal of this year is 15 deliveries.
15 deliveries, yes, sir.
Yes, 15 deliveries, yeah. And there's some tiers of community goals as well.
5 of them, I believe.
To unlock.
5 of them. Is it?
But I know. Yeah. Is it?
Is it? I believe, it's 5 tiers.
I believe it is, yeah. So, but I know so many of you have already been getting involved. A lot of cities have already been kind of maxing out their gifts, deliveries.
You can see it even on the map, I believe. When picking external contracts, as you can see. All these yellow have been maxed out already, but the grey ones still can get some more and extra gifts to be delivered to or from.
Right, and what's incredible, the power of the best community ever, right? This event started 5 days ago, I believe, and already, I believe we have already reached the 4th tier of the event.
Yeah, the community is smashing it.
Wow, which is absolutely incredible.
Truth is that we probably should have pushed for more. We probably should have asked for more, because as it is, it's going to be completed before
for Christmas,
the festive times hits us proper. So maybe maybe we're too easy actually on our fans.
Yeah, we always underestimate the power of our community.
But we didn't want to stress ourselves out or anybody by feeling unsafe about making the goals. So even if it's kind of officially completed, there will still probably be some cities to max out just for the fun. And anyways, it's something that gave obviously hundreds of thousands of hours of entertainment to the fan base. So I'm really happy to see this, happening so quickly.
Absolutely, yeah, it's great to see. And of course, there's not just the Christmas Perfections event that's running, you've still got the Cruising Texas event running in American Truck Simulator as well. So you've got a couple of events to definitely keep you occupied over the holiday season if you're looking to doing some trucking. But they'll run both, I believe, into the new year. So you've got plenty of time. There's no need to rush on any of those. Again, all the details can be found at WorldofTrucks.com or on our blog as well, blog.scssoft.com. But if you've not joined us for one of our yearly Christmas specials, chat, you're in for a treat, because we're going to be reflecting on what's happened this year, kind of what's happening now, and maybe even looking into the future a little bit. Nimro, I've heard you might be the Santa today. You've got some gifts to share, right?
No, you've heard wrong.
Oh, have I?
Yeah,
okay.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
You have
to show.
nothing?
No.
Oh.
Nah.
Well, chat, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's it. Chat. Good night. Of course that we have some nice pictures and a few, or even a video there is, I believe, to show to our community, kind of like teasers of our future projects and what the community can look forward to in the upcoming year or two.
Absolutely, yeah, very excited to show this off. Also, we're going to be running a giveaway a little bit later on as well. That'll be towards the end of the stream, but we've got some goodies to give away, both physically and virtually, in the form of some wheels from Thrustmaster, the T248, as well as some Steam keys as well for both ETS2 and ATS. We're going to be giving away some, well, in fact, we're giving you the choice to kind of pick and choose what DLCs you'd like to have. Yeah, so definitely stick around later on throughout the whole stream to learn on how you can get involved in that giveaway. So definitely stick around. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, the year's gone so fast, and also recently we had a little internal Christmas party. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but Pavel, Nemiro, how did you enjoy yourselves at the party?
Well, to be honest, I did not spend much time on the party because at the same day where the party was planned to, me, Selçuk, and Oscar had been returning from a business trip about which we definitely will talk later more. Oh my God, there's a curb. Okay. So when I came back to Prague, I only went to the office to help, the other guys with the final preparations for the party. Then I stayed for a few moments, grabbed some of the delicious food, but then I was so tired after all the traveling that I went home. But it was great, and the rest of our crew, the rest of our team from the marketing department, they all have been talking about it. They were really happy about the party and the evening and how good time they had. What about you, Pavel?
It was a great party. It was the greatest ever what we did, or the largest ever.
Like the biggest one.
Something like on about 600 guests total.
Wow.
Because we had the people of SCS, the employees, but people would be bringing family members, their close ones. Some cases there were parents here. There were kids. I don't know, 40 kids with a kid corner. So we never did anything comparable. Like pre-COVID, we may have something that would be 200, 250. Now we are a bigger company. We have, 2 floors that we occupy in the building. So we actually had to share. There were, I think, 30 people would be doing the service around us. Yeah. The catering was super professional, but they had to have multiple stations so that people wouldn't all lump together in one area of one of the floors. So we had multiple stations, sweets here and chocolate there, and
like Alex, imagine that there were even the wristbands like you get on the concert, that you you needed to show to the to the
because
guys at the entrance.
We had the guests flowing between the floors and mixing possibly with other people in the building. We are not alone in our building here. So it was a little bit complicated. We hopefully, if we move to the new office, when we move to the new office, we'll once again fit easier into one space only. But as it is here, 600 guests is a lot. You have to have, fire. What's the name? Fire alarm people. What's the name?
The firemen.
Fire watch. You have to be ready for the unpredicted, complications or risks. but it's good to see each other again and again. Like this was our third party within the span of like 6 weeks, because we had the Texas release party, we had 25 years SCS in this club setting, and now we were back home in our office to celebrate.
Massive props to everyone who's been helping organize that. I imagine that took a lot of work and a lot of planning as well. And even like you mentioned, for the 25th anniversary party within the club, I mean, that was a huge feat, but it also looked incredible. It looks like you had a lot of entertainment and fun there as well. Everyone was able to enjoy themselves. And I'm sure the Christmas party was also incredibly festive. I saw some photos. I saw some little clips as well from the party. It seems like everyone was having a very enjoyable time. So I'm glad that it went really well.
Yeah, we have a lot of catching up on like this social aspect of the company after years when we were self-isolating or working from homes. And also it's a big reminder how big the company now is compared to 2, 3, 5 years ago. So there's never enough kind of being done to have the company like this one shared mind or one family. So these celebrations now hopefully did some good work towards us, feeling one body, like one organism that pursues a common goal. So hopefully it's not just like cheering, but cheering for nothing. It's really the goal is for us to actually work better in the end on all the things that people are here for in the video, not for us to boast about how great parties we can throw.
Of course. There's a lot to celebrate as well. It's been a big year for SCS Software, despite all the really tough times that are still continuing in our world. It's been magnificent to kind of see what we've been able to achieve, and of course we've got a lot of exciting things for the future as well. Some things which we're going to be teasing maybe a little bit of here today. So Nemiro, maybe we could start off with one. You talked about your little trip that you just had recently.
Oh yes.
Did you want to maybe talk a little bit more about where you went and what happened?
So it was a like 3 or 4 day business trip to a very, very beautiful and very famous country and city. It was city of Istanbul in Turkey. And I believe that it was it was Oscar Selçuk, known as Sissel, and me there. And I believe that Selçuk did. We took a selfie at the last night there at the dinner together, and Selçuk posted it on his Instagram. And I believe that some of you guys in the chat already spotted that, and the speculations already started. So
okay,
maybe it's a good time for me to do the alt up into the windows and
I think so.
Start talking about the things we have to prepare. We have prepared for this stream to show to our community. What do you think?
That sounds like a great idea. And chat, please keep in mind everything that we may talk about or we could be talking about here or showing off is mainly work in progress and still under wraps. So just keep that in mind as we're looking through these things.
Yeah, as Alex said, keep in mind that everything we will be showing is still a work in progress. Most of it is still like work hasn't even started on these, but with some of these pictures you are going to see today are only as like pictures from, for example, business trips where we gathered some material. But back to the trip to Istanbul. We took 2 pictures there with which we believe we can teaser you up, guys. So as you can probably recognize, that's Oscar, that's Sisto, that's me. And all these amazing guys, they treated us as a very honorable guest there. And let's see if the guys in the chat will realize what's this going to be about. Alex, do you have
some
any
people
clue?
have got it.
Or Pavel,
yeah,
you got any clue? You see something?
I have been briefed on that.
I would.
And it's great to see our crew, being invited to interesting, partners, places. And you did quite a few trips this year, right? You've been traveling all over the place. So this was the final for the year. But last but not least, it's great to see, hands being offered for a handshake in cooperation with another major manufacturer of trailers. So fabulous.
Yeah. It was amazing, and I can already see in the chat a lot of you guys did get it. So we will not tell you more as of now, but at these pictures there are few, not that well hidden clues and hints for you, which might kind of hopefully promise a very cool projects in the future with these guys from Tersan and from Turkey. So that's it. That's about our latest business trip we did with Oscar and Selçuk. Massive shout out to both of them because it was very, very good business trip, and we hopefully brought home some promising future for our game.
Very exciting indeed. It's great to see those photos. It's good to see you getting out there again and shaking hands like Pavel mentioned as well. So I'm excited, to share more info about that in the future. But for now, we've got a few other little topics maybe we'll touch on.
We have multiple folders here. Each one of them contains teasers for upcoming future for either American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2. And as you might already notice, the two photos from Istanbul were in this folder named Vehicle Department, and this folder has multiple other folders as well.
It does indeed.
We probably could do for the first dive in, we could ask the chat with which folder they want to start. I don't know if it's readable for you. I can read it for you. There's a folder.
This could take a while to get through chat if we're going to ask them, because they're going to be
only for the first time. Now for the first dive, then we will decide. We will not be going to ask them every time. But for the first dive chat, we can go into the folder named Oklahoma, into the folder named Sun_F_lover, into the folder called Swit, into the folder called Upcoming ETS2 Map, Vehicle Department, or West Balkans. Chat. Spam like crazy, like you always do. Oh my god. Darius, can you count it, please?
I was about to say, what have you done?
Yeah. I started the SCS elevator, obviously.
Yeah, I'm seeing...
Pavel, do you have any preferences?
You have democracy, but you need to be able to count the vote.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
We could start the poll, but...
I don't think we have enough options on the poll to actually put it on it.
It's five options, right, for the poll. So we would need to not include one of these into the poll. So Alex, you have the bird, you have the cap, you have the Santa Claus, so you decide.
Okay. So I need to decide which folder.
Yeah. I mean, we are going to show all of them anyway, so.
Well, listen, I'm seeing a lot of different. I'm seeing a lot of different. Yeah, it's not a very good poll. I'm not sure who that was, but it's not a very good poll.
Something else.
Something else. God. Okay, well, do you know what? I'm going to ignore that poll. Sorry, chat. But I'm seeing a lot of I'm either seeing vehicles or I'm seeing
if you
West
will
Balkans.
Up, you have the chat there as well.
Okay.
You can watch people spamming like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm seeing either vehicles or West Balkans, and I'm gonna play Santa here for now because I think, do you know what? Let's say a little bit of juicy content for a little bit later on. So let's start off with West Balkans.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for that.
Let's
go for West
Balkans. For West Balkans for it. And as you can
see,
as Alex said and as we all said, everything is still work in progress. This upcoming DLC is still at the quite the beginning of the production. So we have been able to gather 5 screenshots for you from the locations and part of the DLC that have not been revealed yet. So let's take a look at that.
Let's take a look. So there we are, first screenshot. Now keep in mind, me, Nemiro, and possibly even Pavel have not really seen these screenshots before or looked into them in detail. So we're also going to be reacting along with you.
Yeah,
here for West Balkans.
We are one of you, chat. Now we've been served these pictures and not much info with that. So we have no clue like you. Maybe some of you already recognize these places. Let us know in the chat if you do.
Yeah, some of you are very good at detective work, and I imagine we'll see quite a few people on our forums and Reddit and other places as well already identifying some of these locations. But first impressions,
this one's
beautiful.
Cool.
It's a beautiful area. Now, maybe along with quite a few other people, I don't know too much about many of the countries.
Yeah, jokes aside, now nobody in the SCS probably knows everything about it.
Yeah, it's like
right, exactly.
Yeah, countries, right?
It's a lot of places.
These are obviously some early places must have been completed just for the sake of marketing or being able to show off. The team has to go deep into some small sections of the map, whereas like the rest is probably still at like first or second iteration as the map designers keep working in iterations. First they do this rough layout of all the roads and intersections, then they add detail and yet more detail in the final iteration. So in some cases they have to go really like full depth of the work, while the majority of the work is still ahead of them.
Yeah, so
I'm really enjoying what I see here.
This one, I believe I heard about this one. It's pretty new there, and it's like one of the biggest bridges built in all these 8 countries probably. That's gonna be included in the DLC.
Really?
But I might be just tripping here. Don't take me like for 100% that I know the facts here. But I believe it's one of the like quite new bridges there. I'm not sure about the country though.
The team has been facing some interesting situation with the DLC because when we started the research, like usually we work in these stages and the pre-production of the research is like 2 years, maybe even ahead of the actual full production. And back then, not all the important highways as of today were still in operation, especially probably this is a different one, but this huge new project connecting parts of Croatia overseas over this island was not yet completed back then.
Okay.
So we have to work speculatively on what the end result may look like eventually. So some interesting challenges for the team here, but I like how they managed to deal with this super diverse countryside in Balkans Peninsula. There's these magnificent mountains and all the water bodies, and it's in the ratio of scaling in our game. It was quite complicated to really press all these things close together while still having this impression of
look how the bridge
vastness.
Is going to be big, like in compared to your truck jet. Look at that. Look how small you will feel on that bridge. That's amazing. Can't wait to drive through it.
Incredible landscape. Really, really beautiful.
So as always, every year the next project the team is trying to raise the bar compared to the previous years. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the final quality of the project. It's quite sizable. It's not so much in landmass size, but when it comes to the density of the content, it's a really huge undertaking for the team.
It looks good, and we have even like comparison of
the night shot.
Yeah, night shot. I mean,
it's
like
fantastic.
Like
I love the lighting.
Sunrise, and then it's like
the lighting in that.
It's
great. Really nice. I love how you're getting the fluorescent lighting off of the shops in that shot. That like you got the windows creating light onto the road, and like maybe some LED lights as well.
The drinks, cold drinks here.
Yeah. Really atmospheric. Really lovely.
Up. Perfect.
Yeah. Shout out to the lighting team who have been working on that. It looks fantastic.
Okay, let's
Okay, so obviously this team and this project is very much working hard on the DLC pretty much as we speak, because I believe on today's meeting in the status we confirmed that the sectors for the West Balkans DLC are actually about to be imported into the main river of the project, or main flow, main database of the project. Because until now the team was working in isolation, not to affect the rest of the world. But now they are at a stage where they are going to bring it into the main development tree. So from now on, all the sectors on the connecting the new content with the existing DLCs have to be carefully balanced for us not to break anything down in the of course what we ship, what we update the game with the actual content out there. Maybe in an upcoming release, this probably means that a little bit here and there will already be visible from the new world, because the boundary sectors always get affected. But that's where we are, and that's the stage now. So obviously we are really pushing hard now.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Very exciting to hear that. And obviously looking forward to more development news in the future, which you'll find first on our blog.scssoft.com. And make sure to add West Balkans to your Steam wish list if you haven't already. Thank you to everybody that has so far. It's always a massive support to everybody working on it and our studio as well.
Absolutely. Okay.
Right.
Okay, let's stay.
Big decision next.
Let's stick with Euro Truck Simulator 2 and let's stick with projects that are already in development. And here, the amazing team standing behind the next rework projects. They are reworking the state or the country of Switzerland. Have prepared a few screenshots for us as well. As always, and again, keep in mind that what you're going to see is still very much work in progress, but we have some lovely screenshots from the Switzerland rework project.
Fantastic. I've not had the chance to visit Switzerland myself, but I heard, the architecture and everything around it is such a very scenic and beautiful area. And I'm very excited to see how this rework turns out. And first impressions, it looks really good. It looks really lovely. The mountains,
oh my God,
the landscape, the traditional kind of buildings here. Look at that. Oh,
this is beautiful. I mean, you can clearly see like some of the parts are still missing, for example, terrain. So, that is still like it's really work in progress, but it already looks amazing to me.
Well, it's great to see the parts of the old world, parts of the old map, the original content in the game being, overhauled and improved in like really massive way. Of course, I can imagine that many of our players, many of our fans, many of the patriots, still waiting for their country or their preferred region to
right, Alex,
to have to wait until their turn. Is it possible for us to redo everything? And it's actually like a never-ending project probably, because by the time we get sort of to the end, it's like painting a big cargo ship. By the end you get to the end, you have to start over anyway from the other side because the object gets older. But now we have quite sizable teams both in Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well as in American Truck Simulator that have quite an ambition to push things forward. It's still, I mean, those games have a history of years or even a decade in the case of Euro Truck 2 of content being created. So catching up, even with like 10 plus people team, will take a while. But it's really going, full speed ahead. So Switzerland is another region. Of course, we know there's other reworks underway. Maybe we'll get to it too. But it's great to see, and I only have to ask our fans to be patient because, of course, we know that more regions need to be redone.
True.
Still, we chose Austria, we chose Switzerland, we chose parts of Germany, which are some of the oldest, and which are in size relatively smaller for the team to get the flow, get the process going. If we went all crazy like redoing the British Isles, I mean, it would probably be drawn in it for years. So we have to still scale up until we get to major reworks later on. But it's ongoing, and it's a commitment that we made to ourselves and to our fans that we will not abandon the content. We want our games to be relevant for the years to come. So these are some like nice, promising, hopefully, indications that we are, really committed to it.
And it's a big task at hand when you think about it, to bring everything up to standard. I think in a lot of cases when we've talked about WeWorked, the teams are literally taking the entire country or state and just starting from the ground up, which is incredible to think about.
I wish we could be faster. I mean, I have been here for like so many years that I still remember how these maps were built. And back then, we basically built all of Central Europe with just one map designer. That was it. Just one person was enough. Given the state of the tools, the process, the expectations, the level of detail. Now you bring 10 people on a small portion of it only, and you still spend half a year redoing it to the current state-of-the-art quality. So the expectations are wildly different than they were years ago. I would say we are still relatively lucky because even the old content, yes, it's dated, yes, it looks dated, but it doesn't age so badly. It's not like it's not god awful. It's like just awful. But of course, we absolutely want this our games to look great and to be perceived as we care, that we do want our players to enjoy our latest and greatest. So it's a process. We're getting somewhere. Keep your fingers crossed that we manage to hire yet more talented people to further speed up the process. We also come up with new tools, new technologies. The productivity is not scaling in a linear fashion, but there are so many cool kind of toys at the disposal of the map team. We have a new system developed over the years to better plan for things, to kind of track the progress of an asset like a 3D model from concept or even from wishlist through concept stage to production and final review. We have a better bug reporting system in place where it allows the map designers to just go right from the bug report into the game world to fix it on the spot rather than having to go through text and figuring out where to go. So all these things do help, but at the same time, there's this nightmare of the scope and the level of detail that we need to address. So we're meeting somewhere in the middle so far, maybe not as fast as I would like, for example, but we're getting there.
Yes.
Well, it's incredible to see how time and technology and tools have, changed over the years.
And you never know. In a couple of years, we may all be doing it through AI.
Exactly.
It's hard to imagine.
I mean, recently,
what the
all
now.
these videos, what the new AI tools and things can do is kind of scary.
Yeah, and of course we can fire half the marketing team because the blog will be written by AI.
So
of
Alex,
course.
come on.
we need to look around for a new job probably.
Probably. But no, it's incredible to see that progress. And Pavel, you mentioned a little bit how you said you remember how it was just with one person. And I do want to give a little bit of self-promotion here because recently on our YouTube channel we released a little 25 years little history video, or mini documentary about the past of SCS Software all the way up to the present, and it's got some really interesting details about how SCS Software started and how small the team was, and speaking to some of the guys and girls who kind of made it all happen from the start and the history of it. And it's a really, really great little mini documentary. There's subtitles in English. I recommend you all go watch it after the stream on our YouTube channel. It's really
after
good
the stream, not now. And Alex,
not now.
Either it is your microphone or internet connection, but you
a little choppy. Maybe the AI. Actually, is it a real Alex or is it some AI generated? Maybe it's starting to give us trouble.
Maybe I'm not here at all.
Okay,
who knows?
Let's take a look into another folder. Let's stick with ETS2 still, and of course that along with the works being done on the West Balkans DLC and the Switzerland reworks and one other rework project. Recently, a small team also did a research trip for upcoming new map expansion for Euro Truck Simulator 2, which will be probably the next after West Balkans. And they've been so kind to share a few photos from their trip there. Chat, the photos you are going to see are more fun things, but you might be able to recognize at least which way they took the trip and which way the next upcoming ETS2 map expansion is going to be set. So let's take a look.
Exciting.
At this.
Oh. Well, that's a fantastic first image.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that gives away.
At its best.
Wow. He really posed for that photo, didn't he?
He's posing.
He's
hey,
posing.
I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be the ETS2.
Maybe it's a paid actor.
I'm not sure about it. No, he is even a small one, even a baby one, a calf, or how they call it. All right.
Okay.
This might be bringing some more light into the topic.
Please. Look at those hills. Those are beautiful. Lovely area.
I can see already in the chat people are getting it right. And I mean, this is
this could be a pretty big
obvious
clue. This could be a very big clue to a lot of people. Wow.
Yeah, chat is going crazy.
we're letting the photos do the talking here, chat. We're letting them, we'll stay silent here.
And yeah, that's the crew.
Look at that,
That's
lovely.
I believe you, Chet,
Lovely
you know Mary. She was in
She's been
in
on the
stream
before, yeah.
All right.
Okay, there you go, chat. Well, say no more. We'll let you do the speculating on what's going to happen there. How exciting is
Chet
that,
is
though?
spamming the right way, kind of.
They are.
So what do you think about this, Alex?
election.
Would you like to ride on the moose instead in the truck in the game?
Is that actually what it is? Is that going to be? Is it going to be the Moose DLC? Is that our new vehicle?
I'm a little bit jealous. I would love to meet a real moose. It looks like they were behind the fence still, but these not, probably.
I think you really don't want to meet an adult moose male.
They're big,
with
right?
Almost a ton of muscle and bone. And actually the most dangerous kind of animal, even compared to a bear. You have way many fatal accidents with moose. So I'd be a little shy meeting them. Anyway, this is we are obviously in some, early stages, pre-production research kind of stage for a project that will be, down the pipeline eventually. Even though it doesn't have, a proper, big team assigned to it for full production, we have these stages when we go over gradually, forming the plans.
And this research is
figuring out how to
always the first, right? So.
How to take the idea to a real project, but that's another of our several research steps that we do through the year, and hopefully now post-COVID we may do more and more of these for the people to get the atmosphere, to get the insights. You can do a lot from things like Google Street View or from the Microsoft or Apple Maps, but being there, kind of smelling, the air, noticing the patterns in traffic or whatever, how people
Signs
kind of mingle around the big cities, or what you can meet and hear in the countryside. All that is an inspiration for us to, when we try to kind of nail the spirit of the place. So this is like a little tease that something is forming, some idea is forming here for us, where to expand next to cover the rest of the continent.
Fantastic.
All right.
I'm very excited to hear about more of that in the future at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we just teased a new map expansion for Euro Truck Simulator 2, I believe now it would be good to bring more light into this for it. And
I think so. I think it's a good idea.
Is going to be a short video teaser which should be teasing the next American Truck Simulator map expansion coming after Oklahoma, which we not that long ago we revealed and confirmed and announced, right? That we are working on it. So actually there are 2 map DLCs in production already. One of them is Oklahoma, as you know, and this one should tease the second one. So let's see if Chet will understand what it's about. Hope you can hear the sound as well. You probably can because it's muted. So once again, sorry, Chet.
There we go. One more time.
Okay. And that's it.
Very short and sweet.
Yada.
Very short and sweet.
That's it.
Okay, a short tease.
Play it again, maybe.
Very short tease. Yeah.
And that's all we can tell about as of now, Chet. The speculations are up to you, and we hopefully will be able to bring more information about this upcoming Mac expansion for ATS soon.
Well, it's all about sunflowers, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Lots of sunflowers in that video for sure.
Okay.
Exciting
so again,
indeed.
To
Chat
place
making
it
lots of
into
guesses.
context, there are always multiple projects, in various stages of pre-production, production, post-production. So this is kind of the youngest of American Truck Simulator, DLCs, still at the edge of coming into production from pre-production. So really not much to show, but at least we hint at things to come.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the chat's very hyped as it is. Already excited at what they've been seeing so far. So I'm seeing lots of good guesses. I'm seeing lots of correct guesses.
Yeah, I can see a few of the correct one.
But our lips are sealed to a future date. We'll keep you posted, chat.
Now let's stay with American Truck Simulator for a little bit longer, because Davido and his team prepared a few screenshots we haven't seen yet from Oklahoma.
All right, Oklahoma again, another state that I don't know too much about, but I've heard a lot about, especially in the form of song. I think a lot of people know about the Oklahoma song or the TV series or whatever it might be. But a very good-looking state, very exciting addition to come to American Truck Simulator, and it's great to see how much progress has been made so far already from these shots in these little areas. I'm sure there's still a lot of work to be done, but some exciting things to come.
Seeing all the projects that been in progress, I'm kind of worried, Alex. We will have to do more of the American Truck Simulator Let's Play episodes, because do you remember the last one? We started our journey to Texas.
We haven't made it to Texas yet.
It will take us 2 or 3 more episodes until we get there. Actually, imagine coast to coast stream in some time. It will be 12 hours straight stream.
I mean, it's really incredible to see how big that map has grown.
It would be days in reality, but here in our compression, and that's so great that with every edition, the universe, kind of the value of the universe for whatever you can do, for the choices that you have, is growing. That's a great thing to see. So obviously this team is a little bit, further ahead than the team working on the Sunflower project. But still kind of early stages. It's a few developed areas that are feeling kind of finished. I'm sure that the team will go over this again in the final iteration and add the finishing touches or whatever. Sometimes it just happens that areas that were already signed off as complete, somebody gets a new idea and rips it out and replace it with something yet cooler. But these looks quite finished.
Yeah, some of them look very nice.
So probably the marketing team over the next months will finally start to report regularly on this project.
About Oklahoma, we are going to learn a lot of new things and cool history facts about Oklahoma, Alex.
Yep, I'm very excited to see what landmarks and industries and such Oklahoma has to offer. I'm sure a lot of the players are looking forward to it as well. And again, this is another one of those DLCs which you can already add to your Steam wish list. Again, massive thank you to everyone that has already. But if you'd like to, head over to Steam and find
this project has a sort of specific thing around it, is that it's not just the state itself. It's not just Oklahoma from the border to border. But actually, the work involves still a lot of extra additional work invested into Texas, into the connections between the two states. I think internally the guys call it Texas 2.0 because there's so much, specific work connecting the two states along the border to develop some areas that were kind of sealed off previously, but now they need to finalize the connections. So a lot of work is going into the segment over the border as well. And that's as usual. It's just as when we did Wyoming and Montana, you have this one road that was kind of straddling both of these states, and now you finally have the opportunity to finalize it when you add the newest state. So that's the case here as well, that to properly connect the two states, you have to go back to the previous one and complete some undeveloped areas to make the whole make more sense.
Yeah, because Oklahoma is a very interesting shape, isn't it? You think about it, it's almost like the hat of Texas.
It's like a pan. It's like a frying pan or something.
Yeah, right. It's you got that
little
straight part and it kind of goes down. Yeah, exactly. So I can see why it's so intertwined with Texas, and of course a perfect addition to come
and Chet, of course,
soon afterwards.
These projects and things from the future projects are not the only one that are being made in our company. We just have been able to gather some material from only a few of them, but there is always more things and projects we are working on. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay.
Chat has been spamming
next?
with their questions and demands to dive into the vehicle department.
The vehicles department folder. It's a juicy folder.
It is.
You look at that
and
you go, oh.
But that's why I wanted to do it as last.
Yeah, because there's still a lot to go. There's still a lot to look at as well.
Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 folders here, which of one of them we already explored. So let's go from the top. The first one, named FH. I guess chat already guessed what it's about, and
let's have a look.
It's screenshots from a modeling tool about project of upcoming new truck for Euro Truck Simulator 2, the Volvo FH, the facelifted version. I don't know how they call it. It's FH21, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, Chet, you can recognize what it's about.
It's really, really cool to kind of see a behind-the-scenes look here of how the rendering and the wireframe and stuff like that as well. And of course, there's still quite a bit of work to be put into this vehicle, but it's always great to get a kind of early glimpse of how it's shaping up to be.
Yep.
And of course, this has been a big requested one from our community. As you can see, the chat going absolutely mental.
Yes. Chat is really happy to see this. As you can see on the last 3 images, they are good because they are showing the different cabin size.
The older generation or the previous model qualities, of course, it was great 10 years ago, maybe, but now, the brand.
I mean, I still like the
of course
FH,
I do,
the new one.
Now we have way more tools at our disposal. We do the CAT
that's right.
Cooperation with some of the partners. We have the photogrammetry at our disposal to really have sub-millimeter precision in the important areas. So the shapes, the curves, all that should be really one-to-one in the new quality models. So that's probably going to elevate things on top of actually making a truck that's actually currently on offer in the truck dealers out there. That's also important for many people, and of course for the brand partners that their marketing department can kind of relate to whatever is currently in the game. So I'm really looking forward to another great vehicle joining the fleet.
Me too. Because the current version is one of my favorites because of the shape of the daytime running lights. I really love the FH16,
it's a big community favorite as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people love driving a Volvo. Of course, it's quite a well-known truck that many see on the roads. But yeah, really cool to see the different cabin shapes there as well already.
I'm going for this one probably when it's going to be released.
He's already planning on it, Chat. He's thinking about his accessories and tuning options and stuff like that as well. So really great to see. Glad that we can get a little sneak peek from that.
So that was the first folder. The second folder, it has 2 folders in it. One for American Truck Simulator and one for ETS2. And as the name tells, it's about gas tanks and that we are working on ownable gas tanks for both of our games.
Oh, right. Let's have a look at these.
And the thing I find is very cool. And they told me it's actually real. It's this wing.
I have never seen that before.
Me neither. I don't know what's that for, but it's amazing.
It feels like something from the old French Fantomas movies. What was the name? It's like will it fly off eventually?
Old style for tuning, some race car or rally car.
It makes it go faster, or
I don't know. Maybe it adds some horsepower to it. Not sure. Chat. Have you ever seen something like this in real life?
Chat, let us know if you've seen something like that. Is it for stability? Possibly.
Never. No. Spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert. Literally.
That's a good. I should have thought of that before. That's a good one, Chat. But loving seeing the variations here again, the details of all the piping and the little accessories and such you can add on here as well. It's great to see that ownable tankers are going to be coming to ATS. I love the colors too, the kind of metallic color.
This red
as
one.
well. Yeah,
that was a really long
and the amount of axles as well, the wheels.
So it's great that the tuning opportunities also offer some probably really rare, crazy parts.
Yeah, like the spoiler.
Yeah.
But all the other accessories, like the toolboxes and the hoses, they look awesome. Fire extinguishers you can see at the front one.
So hopefully the fans will appreciate it. We do continue to keep investing into the base game content to make it more, varied and make it richer, and raise the quality. As we not just we go over the rework projects in the game world, we also revisit the various cargoes and specific types of trailers to enrich the gameplay, hopefully leading to yet more exciting things in gameplay down the road with more detailed trailers.
Yeah, here we can see a few screenshots from Euro Truck Simulator 2 for the same topic.
Again, love the colors. I mean, a lime green truck with a lime green tanker.
I like this big part, like
something you see at a truck show,
big,
right?
yeah. These I don't know what they are for, but it looks like really like big toolboxes. But it's probably like operational stuff for the gas tank itself.
That's awesome.
Really
looking forward to it. Chat's very hyped as well. Really excited to see that little preview there. That's awesome. More of that in the future, of course. We'll definitely show more. All right. Next folder. Bring it on.
The name says it all. Livestock trailer for Euro Truck Simulator 2. So not only gas tanks are in production, but also livestock trailers.
Wow! Again, some cool colors on this as well. The customizations on the trailers. You got almost the company on there as well. Very cool. And we already have a pre-existing kind of one, but this one obviously is a kind of different type, different shapes. Very cool to see. So cool! Finally, amazing move. Lots of great reactions in the chat. We love to see it. Very excited.
Okay, it's really great to see that as we managed to land some great new talent for the vehicle team, you kind of see, the light at the end of the tunnel. For multiple years, we felt that the bandwidth of the vehicle production is very limited, and we wouldn't dare to do much. And even what we did, it always takes like a year or even more for a new truck to be from the research and material gathering stage to the final product. Now we have multiple projects. We only have a selection here, but we have multiple projects going on, both for American Truck and Euro Truck. Trailers, tractors, all these crazy
I believe
things.
we can say like our
AIs.
vehicle department has never been so busy, or they have multiple projects going on. And more
there are also some setbacks, to be honest. Like we announce a truck and we are good on the path, and then you wait for a particular CAD file for a few months because the partner has trouble digging up the relevant references, and then you get delayed here and you get delayed there. So it's not always going just like smooth and forward. It's sometimes you have to take a break or you get complications. No doubt, I've already seen it in the chat. People are asking about the new MAN that was teased and announced as coming like within a year or so. That was our expectation. Now we already know that it's going to take into the new year. But once we dig into a project, we don't give up. So guys, have patience with us. There is definitely more to see, more to come. And actually, I was in a presentation of the vehicle team for us a couple of days ago, and I was, so surprised to see real specific plans for so many new things to be released over the next year from the vehicle department, and I was really amazed. I was really surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of new content from our vehicle department to be coming in the future. Speaking of,
I'm very excited.
There is a folder named New Truck.
Oh.
And I believe it's for American Truck Simulator, and let's take a look at that.
Let's take a look.
Okay, that's a classic.
Wow.
That's a beauty.
It is.
That's a beauty.
Wow.
Chat,
Fantastic.
can you recognize that?
The drum roll.
So I would guess
yes,
that this guy's quite close to completion. Hopefully
I believe
soon
so.
then.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, Chad, it's the Western Star 5700XE.
Fantastic looking truck. A lot of people saying it's a legend on the road, and just look at that interior.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I believe that
American
it
classic
was
brown.
The
tan.
initial truck used for all the toys for Optimus Prime from
I think I've
Transformers?
actually
really?
seen it kind of cross-playing or cosplaying Transformer. Back in one of the Hanover Expo some years back, they had brought it from the US, I guess, to Germany for the big expo. So I still do remember this one. And it was, so much chrome there, so cool a vehicle. Of course, over the past year or two with Western Star guys, we were rushing to come up with their latest and greatest, so their current production. We managed to make same-day releases into the game as the day of or
With
the day
two of
after
their trucks,
the releases of their 2 newest trucks.
57X.
But this one, we wanted to catch up with the heroes on the road, so this one is finally kind of completing the set for a bit now.
Fantastic. A lot of people so hyped to see that, and it's fantastic to see these screenshots again, looking very well done and looking great in the sunlight there. And well, we can't wait for you to get out on the road for you at some point in the future. So definitely keep an eye on our blog for that.
When we have the chat hyped, let's keep the hype alive and let's continue with these pictures.
Oh wow!
Another truck in the making.
Look at this. Now these are some, again, earlier renders we're looking at. I'm assuming here, as we can see from the 3D model kind
Chat is going
program.
Crazy now, really crazy now.
The Volvo V8.
Yeah, we know, Chat, you've been asking for this for quite a long time. So we are happy to tease that, yes, it's coming. It's our vehicle department is working on it.
That's fantastic.
It's great to see that American Truck Simulator is finally catching up. I mean, early on in the early years, we basically had just 2, precious brands. People from Packard. We were so lucky to land the license for Kenworth and Peterbilt in the early years. Now we are finally catching up. A lot of the focus in the past 2 years was just to complement all the partner kind of rooster, or to have all the important brands there to catch up with their vehicle offerings. So for a bit of time, maybe the player basis between Euro Truck 2 and American Truck Simulator, they may have kind of felt like we are giving more love to American Truck Simulator, but it was just this big push to catch up, and this is another, fruit from that push. It's not like we are, we don't love Euro Truck Simulator 2 anymore. We had this great, fantastic Renault Trucks T coming up with the refresh. We had the new DAF. We will have way more. There's more in the pipeline.
The Volvo FH was not the only Euro Truck Simulator 2 project that's been developed or in progress. So don't worry, Chad. It's not like only the things we are showing here today are the future projects. No, this is only the ones we've been able to gather some material to show to you for today's stream.
We have to keep some surprises for our social media over the next year.
Otherwise, me and Nemiro will be out the job. Let's be real, chat. We won't have anything to talk about, nothing to write about.
Okay, but let's stick with the US trucks a little bit more, because we actually are able to show you more about these. Just take a look at these pictures. Chat, can you notice what this is going to be about?
Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of chrome. What do you reckon, chat? I think chat's got it. Yeah.
Chat got it right. Yeah.
Chat's got it, exactly.
New options, amazing options for the legendary W900 are coming.
Yep. Another legend that's on the road, and it's very exciting to see some love there also going to be given to the truck in terms of tuning. That looks fantastic. With the massive straight pipes up the side. Something out of like a legendary kind of like trucking movie. Fantastic.
This is mean looking truck.
It is indeed. Love to see it. I like the color on the truck as well, that kind of cherry red.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Chat, what do you think about it?
Chat, how do we feel? I think Chap's too hyped to even speak at this point. Flabbergasted.
Yeah.
So much shiny metal to carry.
Exactly, yeah.
Like a knight in full armor.
Exactly. Okay. Speechless, yes.
But also, recently, a small group from our vehicle department, along with Oscar. They did a travel trip to the US, and they visited I believe it was the Kenworth and Peterbilt facility, the Packard Technical Center.
Yeah, well, that's the place where we have been. I have been personally some like 6 years ago.
Oh, you've been there?
In up in Washington State, Vernon, I believe, Washington State. Yeah, so actually the facility has been enlarged since then, and there's more cool stuff for us to research, to gather references for. So show us the pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
let's take a look.
Chat, keep in mind that these photos, they are like a starting point for future projects. That yes, our colleagues been there to gather some references for new projects that they would be able to start working on it. But let's take a look and let's see if you can recognize a vehicle or two there.
Ooh. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting indeed.
Of course, massive shout out to all the wonderful people from Peterbilt and Kenworth for all their hospitality for our guys when we were there.
Yeah, it's great to see that our teams are kind of getting out there and visiting directly with, the manufacturers again after a few years, unfortunately, of absence. But I'm sure it's great to be able to kind of get these references and such face to face,
And all those
to
white marks you can see on the trucks, they are being used for our technique, how to, from hundreds or even thousands of pictures that our guys are taking by walking around these trucks, and then I don't know what's the process being named, like
photogrammetry. I believe that's
the photogrammetry.
Actually, you feed all those hundreds of photos into a software thing that analyzes all the photos, matches them together, and creates the 3D representation. And like the end result is a model, but it's got like tens of millions of tiny triangles, faces. It's like a point cloud, or how to put it, for representing the vehicle. It's a reference for us. It's not the final model. It's a great detailed reference for the vehicle team to later on come and kind of make the metal sheets in place of where the little tiny reference points are. But it's a great way for us to get the right detail. This is complemented by CAD sources where available, so that from the CAD files again you have these NURBS or whatever are the technical terms for the definition of 3D surfaces. But combined together, you get really high quality references, and it speeds up the process. It improves the quality, or allows for us to get the sizes and proportions right, so that all the things match together. Back in the old days, when just working from one or two photos, actually kind of like by the feeling of it, guessing things, we sometimes really got things wildly wrong, like a feet in the size of something, or 10 centimeters, 20 centimeters wouldn't be really out of place for us in the early years. Now with these references, we can do very detailed, and the good thing is that you come to an aftermarket partner producing some add-on parts, and they fit again precisely on the cabin. You don't have to fool around and try to squeeze things to match the wrong shape of the cabin or anything like that. Things make sense. Also the internal and external. Like in the old days, we had the interior kind of 10 centimeters bigger than the exterior for some reason, because it was modeled that way. Now all these things finally mesh together properly. So it's important to have proper references. Of course, these are all kind of our aspirations. No guarantees that all of these vehicles will make it into the game in a timely manner.
Yes.
Some may take longer, some may be done quickly. But it's great to see our esteemed partners, eager to provide us with so much more research material to actually do something, to push the cooperation forward and have yet more vehicles in the game.
True. And as I said, the things and photos for the upcoming projects we been able to show you today, it's not the only projects that are being in production. I saw a lot of or a few messages in the chat, like why we are showing more trucks for ATS than for ETS2. We are just not able to show you everything that is being in production for ETS2 as of now. So don't worry, Chad. Don't worry, Chad. There is always more to come. We just can't tell you or show you as of now. Okay.
Absolutely.
And last further, our vehicle department also prepared a few images. Let's say for the vehicles, but for more like for the AIs and trains and stuff you will be able to see in some of the upcoming map DLCs or updates or who knows. Let's end with that. Alex, you still with us?
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Blown away?
I am. Yeah, I'm a bit speechless. I mean, I gotta say, the community and even us are quite spoiled to see how much is being shown off here. It's great to see so much in the works.
We have our colleague, Bolt Railway Dog.
Bolt Railway Dog.
He likes trains.
Timely manner of the trains.
So he's always educating the rest of the team of the importance of having proper engines, pulling the proper cars in the right countries.
Yep. It's just great to see those little details being applied, because I know a lot of people do notice them, and always grateful when we get something correct for the right region in the right sort of vehicle and the right trains as well. So it's great to see that all these little details are making such a big difference in our simulators, which of course adds to the whole experience and immersion of when you're driving. So all these little things that make each country and state unique. So it's fantastic to see.
Chat. Unfortunately, that's all we have been able to prepare for this stream, to be able to show you what's being cooked in our labs, or how to call it. As we said, it's not all the projects that are in production, and we are very eager to be able to show you more in the upcoming years. So stick with us. Keep in mind that everything we been able to show you today is still work in progress, and that's it. So what do you think? What do you think about it? What is your favorite thing you've seen from these pictures?
What are you most excited for? Let us know in the chat. And of course, like I said, been quite spoiled with what we've been shown today, and obviously there's a lot more that we are working on as well. It's in the works, of course. A lot of people are excited for the new vehicles.
Obviously,
the Volvo.
Game, people should be excited about vehicles coming up. It's great to see the vehicle pipeline getting wider.
It's actually wide.
We haven't shown much of the other trailer projects that we have been undertaking here. So it's not just the fans from Turkey that will be happy. We also, hope
we also have this project
from Poland to be happy.
We also have this project we teased with the video with the camel in it. Let's see what that's going to be about. So there's way more projects we just haven't even touched in today's stream. But I can see Chet is pretty hyped about the new Volvo for Euro Truck Simulator 2. What about you, Alex? What would be the favorite thing for you?
Oh, that's a tough one, really, because I really enjoyed a lot of it. I really am quite excited for, obviously, the new states and kind of map expansions that are coming for ETS2. I'm always excited to kind of visit new countries and learn about them and find the industries and such, and even some of the early pre-research stuff there from that kind of unknown area. That really excites me. The one with the moose. Yeah, I'm quite excited for that. So, obviously with what that might bring potentially, it's gonna be an exciting time. And chat, I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot about it across our social media. Be loud about it. Share with us what you're excited for and all about this stream over our social media channels as well, because we would love to hear your thoughts. And of course, we always love to listen to you. We're always looking out for your comments on social media and on our forums and on Reddit and lots of other places like that as well. So we always appreciate those who do message us.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Nemiro is going to try finish off the Christmas reflections event here, but
we're kind of losing you.
We do have kind of one more.
The Alex AI is not,
Alex AI is
working
not really good. Maybe we should.
Is it, chat? Are you hearing me okay? Because the last time I said it was.
I mean, now it's okay,
they could
but
hear me fine. So possibly it might be Discord.
A few seconds back, it was like every third word was like dropped. Maybe you can turn your microphone.
I think it might be Discord.
Like push to talk, whatever. I don't know if you have a like voice activation. Or maybe it's the beard, you know. Maybe it's the beard, like.
Maybe. I think it might be Discord because everyone else can hear us just fine on the stream.
Okay, then it's
Discord. It could be Discord having some connection issues.
Okay, it's okay for chat. Okay, cool. Fine. Thanks, chat.
Okay, yeah, that's all good.
So, Alex.
Hopefully you hear me okay.
It's
yes.
Now up to you to, like, be actually the Santa, right, and do the giveaway part. Like, you all dressed up for it.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm so excited for it. Of course, we talked a little bit earlier about the giveaway that we're going to be hosting.
No, Darius, you cannot join the giveaway. I can see you in the chat.
Darius, unfortunately not Darius. But yeah, we've got some gifts that we're very excited to give away. We're going to have 10 gifts we're going to give away on the stream today, and that includes 2 wheels. They're the T248, the brand new wheel from Thrustmaster,
Philip, maybe
which we've shown on the stream many times.
Show that picture of that
wheel
for
show
a few
us a picture,
seconds.
Philip.
If he's still with us, maybe he fell asleep.
He fell asleep?
Is he? Possibly. Chat, you know what the wheel looks like. We even had like a little event kind of award for it as well and everything. So
I don't know. Philip, are you with us, Philip? Can you show us the image of the wheel? Come on, man.
There it is. Hey, there we go.
There it is.
We got it. There it is. The Thrustmaster T248. We've got 2 of those to give away on the stream today.
Thank you, Philip.
And we've also got. Also got 8 DLC keys.
Keep in the lane.
Of your choice to win as well. So we're giving you the chance to choose what DLC you'd like to have from our Steam catalogs. That means it's a DLC that has already been released and not still in the works sort of thing. So we've got 8 of those keys which you can choose, whether that be the base game or DLC or an accessories pack or whatever you like. So 8 Steam keys from an accessory of your choice or DLC of your choice, and 2 Thrustmaster steering wheels. And we're going to start that giveaway right now by using a keyword in the via Nightbot. So maybe Pavel, I'm not sure. Do you want to try choose a keyword for us? Maybe something festive related or SCS related that people can spam in the chat to enter the giveaway.
You're shocking me with questions that are
too much of responsibility.
I'm sorry.
Can I use numbers? Can I use digits?
I believe you
can. What if we did 2023?
Yeah.
2023?
Like 2023?
2023.
Because that's what we think now about. Yep. Like that's the plan. That's where we want to be coming up with great stuff for you guys.
Absolutely. Does it work with numbers, Alex? Because
it does indeed. It's already started. So people already entered the giveaway.
We can't stop it now. The chat,
That's it.
Chat it's the SCS elevator now again.
Yeah, trust me, you're going to be sick of that number by the end of the stream, Pavel. You're going to see a lot of it on the chat right now.
Everybody hopes that the next year is going to be better than this one. This one was scary bad in many ways for so many people, and it's still not over. You hear the news from China now. You see what happens around the globe. We have the war here on our continent. This really bad war, unjust war. That's I just wish the world was much better next year.
Me too.
All right, so we got that giveaway running, and yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully a better new year. So chat, a couple of ground rules. I know a lot of you have entered already. A couple of ground rules. Number 1, please make sure you have your Twitch whispers on. This is the direct messaging system integrated into Twitch. You need to go to your account settings to make sure it's turned on, because if you don't have it on, I can't contact you after the stream.
Did you?
And if I can't,
have you been playing with my settings again? Come on.
Probably. And if you can't contact you, I can't give you the prize, which we've had a few unfortunate people who've won our giveaways, but we couldn't contact them. We had to re-roll the winners. So make sure you have your Twitch whispers on. Number 2, make sure you're happy to give your personal details as well as your shipping address, your phone number, and your email as well, so we can ship you your physical prizes. And for those who win DLC keys, you can choose any DLC from the Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator catalog that's already been released. We can't give you an unreleased DLC, of course, but you must have a Steam account for that to activate those keys. Those are Steam keys, just to give you a heads up on that. But if you're happy with all of that, 2023 is the keyword, 2023. We'll give you a couple of minutes to enter that, and then we'll draw our giveaway winners.
Yes. And now you can see how the trailer looks amazing in the dark. In the night.
Looks fantastic. Yeah, I really love that we've started kind of doing this quite a bit every year. You know, adding flashing lights to the trailer as
there's actually like
festive
big
treat.
meanings behind all 4 symbols on it.
There is.
We are going to have a dedicated live stream with either Gavin or Maggie, you know, the game designers that are working on these World of Trucks online events. I believe in first or second week in January, bringing us more information how they designed everything for this Christmas Reflections event.
Yeah, we pursued some like universally recognizable values for the festive season this year. Something that we thought is worth reflecting upon.
Yes.
Generally, no matter where you come from around the globe.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really nice event, and I know a lot of people put a lot of hard work into it. And I know, one person, Gavin, of course, who always works a lot of our events, did a fantastic little kind of poem and such. And worked quite hard on the blog.
It's actually quite.
It's quite a long poem. Yeah, a colourful long poem on the blog to go along with the event. Definitely worth a read.
We have this unrecognized talent, a poet on the team.
We do.
Who knows? Maybe he's some kind of a, like underground MC Gavin or something like that, freestyling, battling other rappers. We need to ask him in the stream.
We do. Next stream, when we get him on in the new year, we'll definitely have to ask him.
I really like the way we did the Christmas event this year. Actually, for next year, I mean, the formula has been tried and tested before in the previous end of the year events. So it's kind of like the mechanics underlying all the gift delivery around the continents is kind of the same. The backstory or the lore, as we call it, is different. For the next year, we are thinking of something radically different.
Oh my God! Here comes the leaks.
You know,
here comes the leaks. Philip, cut it off. Cut it off.
You know, we always strive to do better than before. So there is some really, for me, exciting plan for what to try for the next year. But I mean, for this year, I'm totally happy. We outdid ourselves again. The looks of the trailer at night, it's so beautiful. I'm not sure how the engine is handling it, all those little lights, but it's great to see that the implementation is solid. But it's not just about these little graphical effects. It's all about the gameplay opportunities that we can pursue. So if all goes right, the next year and some of the next events are going to be kind of more complex and more kind of through the magical portal or whatever is going to happen. But I'm not going to reveal more for now. It's still early planning stages. I mean, we just barely got this off of the table through the door, and we already have to plan for the next year. We have to, plan way ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that goes into this, months and months of planning and production and such like that as well. So it doesn't surprise me that we're already working on the next event. So, but right, chat, let's wrap up the giveaway here. We'll give you 30 more seconds to enter our giveaway. We're giving away 2 Thrustmaster wheels. That's the T248, as well as 8 DLCs, which could be of your choice, whether that be the base game or a DLC that's already released, a map expansion, tuning accessories. All you have to do is type 2023 into the chat. That's 2023. Just follow what everyone else is doing. I mean, everyone's spamming it, so you'll be entered. So already almost 800 of you have entered. Whoa, so massive good luck to everyone.
Before you run out of those 30 seconds, let me steal like a minute.
Yes, please do. Yeah,
I see so many people, asking about the new MAN. And we did hint at what's happening, that we didn't quite manage to fulfill the plan or the promise even that it's coming within a year. Actually, what we discussed with the team over time is that the project was quite larger than earlier anticipated. They are coming back to the other vehicles in the family. They are working on some super cool options for tuning the vehicle. So in the end, we're going to give you more and offer you more than we planned still a year ago. but it's just taking a little longer. And also there was this little glitch in production that we missed some references for particular chassis combinations or some details. So the project was slightly delayed in the middle of production, but it's definitely coming up. It's not been abandoned by far. It's actually getting a lot of love, a lot of attention on the vehicle team, and we didn't manage to make 2022, but 2023, as it's running on the screen now, it's definitely coming. And not,
right. Well,
it shouldn't be such a long wait, actually.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure a lot of players and drivers are quite excited to kind of hear what was happening with the MAN. So appreciate you sharing with us, Pavel. But unfortunately, time is of the essence. We're running out of time quickly here. So let's get this giveaway wrapped up here. Chat, if you haven't entered already, we are closing the giveaway in 3, 2, 1. And the giveaway has now ended. So a massive good luck to everyone that's entered. Let's first roll our 8 Steam key winners. This is for a DLC or game of your choice. Yeah, from the Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator catalog on Steam. Again, make sure to have your Twitch whispers on so I can contact you after the stream. So yeah, let's get a rapid fire of 8 different
go for it, Sandra.
People for it. Here we go. So here's our first winner. Can we please get a lot of positivity and GGs in the chat? We don't want any negativity for our winners here. So here we go. Our first winner is Venus Plus. Congratulations. GG. You are the first of our Steam key winners.
Congratulations.
Our second winner is Cyber008. Congratulations, my friend. Our third winner is M. Purdin, also one of our winners of a DLC or Steam key from the ETS2 or ATS catalog. Our fourth winner is Norb1Q. I have a feeling the usernames are going to get progressively harder as we go on. Norb1Q. Our fifth winner is...
You need to write them down.
Sanzi _____. And I'm writing them down, don't worry. Congratulations. GG. Next winner is Echo Scrub. Congratulations. You've also won yourself a DLC or game key. Second to last winner is... Oh my goodness, this is a hard name. TDBHDFNTA. I don't know how to pronounce that, but congratulations, you've also won. And our eighth and final winner is Slow Mode. Congratulations.
Slow Mode.
You've also won yourself.
That's us today, right?
Or did the Nightbot just turn on slow mode?
maybe the bot just won. We'll find out. But that is our 8 winners for the Steam keys, and now for our 2 final winners.
Wheels.
The steering wheels, the Thrustmaster T248 wheel. Massive thank you again to our friends over at Thrustmaster for providing these fantastic wheels for prizes. Just to give you a heads up, if you do win these wheels, we will need your shipping information, but also it might take a little bit of time to get these out to you because of Christmas shipping and delays. You know how it is very busy in the networks right now, quite overwhelmed with a lot of shipping going on. So it might not be until a little bit later in the new year that you receive these. So just a heads up on that. So our first winner of our Thrustmaster T248 wheel is Role Play Plays 1. Congratulations, you have won yourself a T248 steering wheel. And the second winner is Suliman _42_. Congratulations, you have also won yourself a Thrustmaster wheel. Congratulations to everybody who has won prizes during our giveaway today. GG in the chat. I'll be in contact with all of you after the stream, so make sure you have those Twitch whispers on. If you don't have those on, I can't contact you. We may have to give your prize to somebody else. So just keep that in mind. And that's it for our giveaway. And you're just about to deliver.
I mean, I'm about to
a Christmas Reflections load. Yeah. Well, try reverse in. He'll make it happen.
So big congratulations to all the winners. It's always a pleasure that we can, make some people happy on top of, making so many people happy just by giving them a chance to play the games. Now let's see if Nemiro can finish
No.
the trip.
Chat, meanwhile, you have a lot of time.
Let's not stress Nemiro out. Meanwhile, let's focus on some other things. I always
don't watch the stream chat.
How many questions there are still
here?
waiting for answers?
No, don't do that. Oh, come on.
I played the Darius style here. You know, he's always accidentally presenter.
Oh no.
Excellent.
Oh dear. Oh well. Well, there we have it. Great to have one job in the Christmas reflections.
14 to come.
That's it. 14 to go. Well, chat. Unfortunately, that is all we have time for this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you and kind of showing off, what is a little bit of to come in the future. And of course, a massive thank you to our guests who have joined us in the studio. Nemiro, thank you for driving and for commenting.
Always
and
a pleasure.
Hosting with us.
Chat.
It's been a fantastic year streaming with you. So
it was 65 or more streams, right? That was
right. Yeah,
time flies.
And they all went so fast.
Let's do more. Let's do more fun.
Yeah.
We really do need to expand the team for this, the studio crew and the presenters. So,
but we love it. We are really having a really good time with the chat. We develop a few jokes and very memorable times and big laughs through the year, right, Alex?
Absolutely, yeah. We have tons of fun with the chat and the community, and it's always a pleasure to be streaming here with all of you as well. And of course, Pavel, we appreciate your time that you've taken out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Actually, it's not a problem at all. I'm here to do my job. Actually, promote what we do and make some hints and predictions. I've noticed so many questions that were left without answers. We'll surely get to it over our communication in the coming weeks, months, and
we need to keep something for later, chat.
There are many questions about the new engine that the engine core that we have been working on for 4 years that should bring hopefully console compatibility and then performance improvements and better anti-aliasing and all these cool features. Still in the works. I'm a former programmer. I think like a programmer, and programmers sometimes tend to be quite optimistic. A year ago, we may have high hopes to make it out with the new release by the end of this year. Now we have been all shouting 2023, so hopefully that's the better estimate for the cool stuff coming up in technology department in the engine as well, because we have a lot of projects. Not all those projects are about content. What we are showing here today is what you see in the pictures, the trailers, the tractors, the world. There are gameplay features. There are under the hood things that we keep working on. It's not just creating the content. So we are really excited about bringing you a lot of new crazy things in 2023. At the same time, we have this meta project, or how to call it, this huge undertaking here, mapping out all the various wish lists, mapping out all the feature that the various departments are planning or hoping for the years to come, making it into this mental map of stuff. And we are well aware that we have 5+ years of content and features to work on, just immediately in our kind of visible on the surface of what we have come up with. So I just hope that the stars will align properly. We will be still allowed to continue with our games, that the fans will support us in this endeavor, and that we'll bring you so much new cool stuff over the years.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, still lots of work to be done, and of course, we always appreciate your comments and your insight, Pavel, as well. So it's been great having you here this evening, and to both you, Nemiro, and Pavel, and of course our chat as well. A very Merry Christmas as well. This is our last stream of the year, and I hope you will have a Happy New Year and a fantastic, fantastic break, and use that time to kind of chill out and hopefully be rejuvenated for the new year and really excited to do new things. So chat, we appreciate all of your support as well, and everyone that's been supporting our games for many years, and of course this year as well. If you're new or old, we appreciate you all. So I hope you all have a fantastic holidays season, and of course we'll see you in 2023 on the road again, and looking forward to some exciting new things to come, new places to go, new trailers to haul, new trucks to drive. So all very, very exciting indeed. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for. And well, we're going to wrap things up here. Any last words from anybody before we disappear?
I just saw, Arrow's Realm in the chat. You always deliver all these emojis with pineapple on a pizza. I mean, let's not start the arguing again. Come on, let's have a nice Christmas, everyone.
Absolutely, yeah. So thank you, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see
Chad. Thank you, Alex.
in 2023.
Thank you. And we've seen the symbols of our Christmas event. Let's hope for yet more laugh, yet more care, peace. That's very important for us.
Yeah.
And hope for 2023. All the best in the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.